Of course, in that fish market, जब आप बैठते हो and 10 people are shouting in front of you, you have to keep your calm. You cannot shout or you cannot stop anyone. And they, actually, what I thought that maybe he's better off me, that's why he asked me to not go out. And that must have changed your confidence level throughout that. फिर लड़की बोली, तो मुझे क्या सोच रहा है? मैंने कैसे बताया? लड़की बोली, कोई से बताया, मैंने सोच दिया था। तो वहाँ से भी आपको थोड़ा सा फैक्टर अंदाजा लग जाता है, आपको मिलेगा, यदि हम दो
Good morning to all the viewers of our channel. Cadet Alumni Association is once again back here with these two pretty ladies sitting along with me. We have Geetika Yadav and Aditi Mishra today morning, where Aditi, an ex-NCC cadet from Bhopal, a 4MP Girls Battalion, is finally clear to go and join OTA Gaya for the Technical Entry 35th course. And today also we are introducing Geetika, who is going to be the host of your show today morning, and will put in interesting questions to Aditi to tell you about her journey till OTA Gaya. So, Geetika, welcome. And now the show is all yours. And let's see what you bring out of Aditi to.
So, as we already know, but we would love to know about yourself more as we want to communicate to our audience. So, tell me something about yourself and your family and how you got graduated and what degree did you did and how did you start your preparation.
All right. So thank you so much, Gitika, for inviting me. It's a pleasure to sit over here and talk to so many people. Now, my name is Aditi Mishra, and I'm an electronic and communication engineer. I did my schooling from Bhopal, St. Joseph Co-ed School, and then after that, I moved to Oriental Institute of Science and Technology, and there I did my engineering from electronic and communication branch. Also, with my engineering, I did NCC, and I'm a NCC certificate holder. So this was my education. And talking about my family, so I live in a joint family with 11 people. And yes, in my second attempt, I got recommended.
So, firstly, we would love to know about your first attempt of SSB, then that where did you go and how did it go?
All right. So my first attempt of SSB, I gave in 2024 May. And at that time, I was pursuing my engineering and I was in my final year. So since I was eligible, I filled up the form and I did everything. Preparation was not up to the mark at that point, but still I managed to got screened in that one, and it was in Bhopal. And unfortunately, due to some issues, my wrist got fractured, so I had to drop out from that attempt. And since as I was withdrawn, so no confidence and nothing was there in that one. So and then after that, I since at this point I was working in an MNC and I left it afterwards, and then I started preparing for my second attempt, and it was in Allahabad, and yeah, I got recommended from.
This is very commendable to hear that you got recommended in your very second attempt after so much hurdles in your first attempt. So, what advice you would give to our future upcoming SSB candidates for the screening process as you have got screened in both of your SSB attempts?
For screening, I believe it totally depends upon the OIR and your narration part, and which actually everyone says. And since in my case, in both the time, I have given OIR very well, and I was prepared. And talking about my narration, so yeah, I believe grammar, English, and fluency, this all plays a very vital role in getting screened in, and of course your confidence. So while you're speaking in front of 10 people, it should look impactful. So yeah, I think that's the only way to get screening.
As you told us that you got your wrist fractured in your very first attempt. So, what kind of preparation or what kind of things you did for your second attempt?
So, Gitika, during my first attempt, since I was working at that time, I wasn't able to give much attention to physical exercise and all. So, I believe that's the consequence that I had to face, obviously. So for any aspirant, I would say that physical exercise and doing any activity or taking part in any sport should be, it should be a part of your daily routine. If you're not in any sport, let just make sure that you're at least doing jogging or running each and every day. And that is something which I made sure in my second attempt, that I will be focusing on my physical strength as much as possible. So, as I mentioned, that since no physical exercise was there, and that's why I got my wrist got fractured in my very first attempt. Now, talking about second attempt, so yes, I gave full 6 month preparation to it, and I made sure that this attempt I want to give my 100%, so that obviously no regrets are left that I wasn't able to give 100% to my team. And when I started preparing for it, I could see actually that yes, where I was lacking. So I think if you are a candidate and you're preparing for SSB, you must try to give this exam good 2-3 months by yourself without any distraction, and yes, you will be able to ace it.
Okay, as we know that in every journey we are not alone. There are always ups and downs, and some people are always there with us, supporting us. So tell me about those people, including your friends, family, and your educators.
Okay, so starting with my family, so my parents, they're very supportive. I mean, everyone in my family, they're very supportive. They are always there that whatever you want to do, we are there. So my mentor, Brigadier Sanjay Ghosh sir. So obviously, he was the one who motivated me, who told me that if you really want to do it, just give it a full try. And from there, that confidence came. And after my first attempt, I talked to him, and he was the one who pushed me that just do it and you will get it. So, of course, that 6 month preparation is not alone, it's all because of him. And talking about my friends, so obviously, other students were also studying with me. So, we all together really made a very good bond, and including all my friends, they actually pushed me a lot to achieve it.
That's very commendable. And that's very lucky to have such friends and such educators in our lives. So, as we are done with our first stage of SSB, we would go forward to the second stage. So, tell me about the site test experience of yourself, and how did you perform in the TAT, WAT, and SRT, and what tips you would give to the upcoming officers.
So, when we talk about psych test, so as you mentioned, it comprises of four basic tests, which is TAT, WAT, SRT, and NST. So for TAT and WAT, you require thorough practice, because ideas are all built by then only. Because when you will be knowing that, okay, today I will be putting this as my aim, this as my story, so you will be getting that what you have to frame. Of course, there is limited time over there, and it becomes a pressure to handle so many pictures at same time and to decide aim for them. But if you will be preparing beforehand, you will be able to at least make aim over there, because most of the time what happens when we are shown picture, we are not realizing that we are not able to get what goal we have to set for it. So I guess preparation is getting practiced. Thorough practice is the main key to get to ace in TAT. Apart from that, most of the time, if you check out previous year pictures and all, you might see any of them in your upcoming SSB. So yes, and of course, throughout this journey, because I learned from Brigadier Center sir, so he only told me to be relevant, logical, and practical. Your story should be aligning with the current situation. Like it should be there. It won't be something imaginary, and that is what it makes it's logical. And yes, of course, your solution, your action should be practical, and the action should be realistic. It cannot be something that it came suddenly out of nowhere. So this is for TAT. Now talking about WAT. So WAT, I believe it's totally upon what you're doing on everyday basis. So like suppose if I got it morning. So since I know that I'm doing jogging every morning, so I will be writing jogging every morning is a good exercise. So this is how my psych is coming out, that okay, I'm a morning person. Maybe for some other person it would be a different case. So for WAT, I would be saying that it's more of like your daily practices, what you are doing, what you are following. And SRT is like your daily situation. Our life is a SRT. So if any interview is there, you are getting late, what you will do? Obviously, you will ask a friend to drop or something like. So SRT is more of the practical illusion of your life, which you have to write over here, and it again show your side that how you will handle in situation. And the aim should not be to complete each and everything. Aim should be to do each and everything. For the SG, again, I will say that is something which you can prepare beforehand, because that is that where you know about yourself, right? So you write it down, and again, that same instruction I would like to give कि honest रहो, जो हो वही दिखाओ. Don't need to show yourself बहुत महान or something, because again, you know what happened? Your personality then contradicts with other test. If you are not someone who is having strength or something, it will reflect in your GTO, right? So do write whatever which is there in you, nothing which is not there and trying to show that you are an officer or something. They don't really care. They want someone what who you are since past 20-22 years at whatever age you are doing.
So as we have already heard about these two stages, and now coming to the GTO tests, other tests are basically based on the individual capability of the human. But when the GTO comes, the real struggle begins. So, what advices you would give to us for the GD, lecture 8, and the GDO tasks where the real struggle comes and where the discussion becomes a fish mark?
When we talk about GTO tasks, तो ये मिथ बहुत रहता है कैंडिडेट्स में कि दैट इट्स अ ग्रुप परफॉर्मेंस एंड यू हैव टू टोटली फोकस ऑन द ग्रुप, बट इट्स मेजरली कि आप क्या कर रहे हो ग्रुप में, आपका इम्पैक्ट क्या है ग्रुप में. वो तो अगेन भले ही बाकी सारे टेस्ट इंडिविजुअल बेसिस पे देखे जाते हैं, ये भी उतना ही इंडिविजुअल बेसिस पे देखा जाता है. एंड ऑफकोर्स यू आर इन ए ग्रुप, तो आपका क्या कॉन्ट्रीब्यूशन है इस ग्रुप में वो मेजरली देखा जाता है, और आर यू अ एसेट फॉर ए ग्रुप और नॉट. सो when I gave my GTO task, I was sure that ये मेरी team है and we together have to win. It's not about me that I have to do the best. I have to make sure that सब साथ में अच्छा करेंगे और सब साथ में जीतेंगे. So I guess this is one thing which I feel ये होना चाहिए mindset कि आप जब सबके साथ हो, आपको सबको साथ में लेके चलने वाले person. So when I gave my group task, I remember we were 10 people in one group, and first of all, our GD took place. So two GDs were there. Of course, in that fish market, जब आप बैठते हो and 10 people are shouting in front of you, you have to keep your calm. You cannot shout or you cannot stop anyone. And they also mention it that it's an informal discussion. You have to discuss whatever topic you are given. So everyone puts their point. So you cannot jump कि तुमने ये क्यों बोला वो क्यों बोला. Of course you can say that all right, we agree with you, or yeah, that's it. I mean, you don't have to be the dominating one, or you don't have to be the very submissive one that everyone is taking advantage of silence and you are just sitting over there idly. So, and of course your point should be logical and practical. Repeating same point or telling same thing again and again won't give any contribution. And again, they give you another chance for reading. Like by any chance, if you missed out in first topic, so you're getting one more chance that okay, prove yourself, right? After which the next exercise is GP, where again you are given a map and you have to find out solution for it. So yes, if in that also, if you're feeling that like suppose if you are in my group and I'm feeling you are giving a very good solution for any of the problems, so I should be agreeing upon that. Yes, this is the most accurate way of solving it. So I feel that's the only spirit. Teamwork is the only thing while performing in group. After our this GP exercise, we were taken for PGT and HGT charge, which is progressive group task and half group task. There you are given that Balli Fatta and Rassi. So in that exercise, I feel again jumping in front, standing in front won't make you a leader. What really makes you a leader is how you are taking your team along with you. तो उसमें भी जब मेरे टीम वाले थे तो आई एम सो हैप्पी दैट दे वर एक्चुअली पुटिंग मी फॉरवर्ड. सो इट डिपेंड्स अपॉन योर ग्रुप एज वेल. अगर आपका ग्रुप बहुत झगड़ेला वाला है तो थोड़ा सा टफ हो जाएगा. बट इफ योर ग्रुप इज सपोर्टिव एंड इफ यू एंड यू नो ये हो जाता है, आप जब 3-4 ऐसे टेस्ट दे रहे हो तो आपका ग्रुप वाले समझ जाते हैं कि यार ये मेरा साथ दे रही है, तो दे विल एक्चुअली अप्रोच यू। तो ऐसे मत करना कि अकेले अकेले आ गए, पीपल विल लीव यू देन एंड देयर इज नो पॉइंट ऑफ डूइंग एनीथिंग आफ्टर दैट। तो ये था। और उसके बाद हमारा लेक्चर टास्क था व्हिच वाज ऑन नेक्स्ट डे एक्चुअली। तो लेक्चरेट में हम लोगों ने अपने-अपने टॉपिक चुने। सो लेक्चरेट इज़ अगेन इट्स अ इंडिविजुअल थिंग। You need confidence to speak in front of 10 people. And again, confidence is the real game changer. Because अगर आपको नहीं भी टॉपिक पता है, it's okay. But if you know that yes, I can speak on it for next 3 minutes, you're good too.
So, what were your topics in the GD and the lecturate?
For GD, I got topic. The first topic was how we can improve India's stature. And yes, they gave 3 options by defense system, some option is there. Don't remember exactly. And for second, that how we can decrease women crime in India. So yeah, like pretty good topics. We're able to speak on that. And uh, again, for GD, very good tip would be please read newspaper every day because it is something which will give you idea for TAT as well, and it will help you in GD a lot because obviously they are asking general awareness, right? So yeah.
So, moving forward to the IO of yours, how did it go and how did you experience your IO and your talk with the IO?
For my interview, it went very straightforward. It was for 25 minutes, and I was easily able to answer all the questions because they were more on my PIQ based. And since I feel once if you're asked about GK and all, I feel you might be in fear that whether you know or not. But I believe this PIQ, when you know about yourself, you're the most confident. If you will be asking my name and my place there, what I will be the most confident that yes, I know everything. So that was the best part. Current affairs were asked, and very simple questions were asked. You know what happened? IO keeps on asking till he doesn't get the confirmation from your side that okay, this is the truth. So from my side, the only tip which I would give for interview is that be honest. Be honest throughout the interview and just tell what is there. Don't need to hide anything, and there shouldn't be. You shouldn't be ashamed of anything that this has happened or that has happened. Accept it and yeah, move on. That's like
So, as we heard from you that your interview lasted only for 25 minutes, you must be flabbergasted by that and you must be shocked that how did it happen and
actually what I thought that maybe he's fed up of me and that's why he asked me to now go out.
and that must have chased your confidence level throughout that process. So that's very commendable that and very appreciable that you made it to that attempt. And anything other about your journey and any advice in overall that you would want to give us and want us to improve in ourselves?
Advice I would like to give that first of all be take part in sports. I feel if you're planning to join armed forces, which I also realized very late because I was not in any sport during my college or in my school year. But yes, of course, during my preparation, I started. So at least I started. So I was knowing that where I'm lacking. I was lacking muscular strength and also अगर कोई भी प्रिपेयर कर रहा है तो मैं उससे ये बोलूँगी सबसे ज़्यादा तो अपने फिजिकल एक्सरसाइज पे फोकस करो क्योंकि और फिर एक्चुअल में क्या होता है ना आप फिजिकल करते हो आपको मेंटल स्टैमिना भी बढ़ता है साथ में बिकॉज आप थक भी रहे हो यू आर स्टडिंग ऑल्सो तो आप मेंटली भी खुद को प्रिपेयर कर रहे हो तो या दैट्स अ फुल गेम ऑफ माइंड ओवर देयर और गिव इट इफ यू रियली वांट टू जॉइन आर्म फोर्सेस आप उसको पूरी मेहनत दो पूरा टाइम दो यू कैन नॉट पुट योर यू नो टू लेग्स इन टू बोट्स राइट तो वो मत करो कि इधर भी जा रहे हो उधर भी जा रहे हो यू बेटर गिव इट फुल अटेंशन फुल डेडिकेशन एंड देन यस आप कर लोगे एग्जाम बिकॉज इट्स नॉट अ वेरी टफ एग्जाम और क्योंकि मुझे भी लगता था बट इन माई फर्स्ट टाइम आई रियलाइज दैट इट्स नॉट समथिंग दे आर आस्किंग फॉर टू मच yes they are asking for few qualities and if they will see it in you they will definitely take you and स्क्रीनिंग तो आई हैव टोल्ड यू ऑलरेडी कि OIR और पूरा आपका नरेशन और आपका PPDT आपका परसेप्शन क्या है उस पिक्चर को लेकर क्योंकि वहाँ पर भी आपकी साइड दिख जाती है कि ओके इफ आई एम शोइंग दिस पिक्चर तो कोई लड़की रो रही है तो वो खुशी के आंसू दिखा रही है इफ मैं उसको ऐसा परसीव कर रही हूँ बट कोई लड़की रो रही है और कोई से दुख के आंसू तो दैट शोज देयर साइड तो वहाँ से ही आपके थोड़े से साइक का अंदाज़ा लग जाता है। पर yeah, of course they take everyone on those basis. And again, psych test, it's a practice thing. And in interview is like all about yourself. आप अपने बारे में सबसे ज़्यादा अच्छे से जानते हो, तो आप बहुत ईज़िली इंटरव्यू क्रैक कर लोगे। एंड टॉकिंग अबाउट जीटीओ, तो जीटीओ इज़ फिजिकल स्ट्रेंथ प्लस आपका जीके का नॉलेज। एंड इफ इवन इफ यू डोंट हैव वेरी हाई जीके नॉलेज, कुछ आता है आपको बोलना 10 लोग के बीच में, यू आर गुड इनफ। एंड या आई थिंक इतना ही। और इंडिविजुअल ऑब्स्टिकल में एज़ आई मेंशन कि मेरे फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट में मैं फ्रैक्चर हो गया था, तो या इट वाज़ लैक ऑफ एक्सरसाइज। So, from your interview, it is very clear that you have made such right choices in life and you have worked a lot on yourself and you have improved in such a great manner that you made it into your second attempt. As many of us lack a lot of things and we continue that for a long period, but your experience shows that you have made very straightforward choices and you have worked upon yourself in such a manner that you have got selected in very short span of time and at a very short age, and that's very appreciable. And we are actually grateful to have you here and uh, to share your experiences with our audience, uh, and to be very honest, your experience will be very uh, great great and very helpful in motivating our audience. Thank you so much.
Okay, to all the viewers, here we come to conclude this episode with Aditi, who's been selected, as you have all heard, and she's going pretty soon. And we have seen Gitika eliciting a number of responses from Aditi, and I'm sure most of the viewers would have got a lot many inputs or their own future if they wish to pursue to go to any of the military academies in the future. I wish the very best to Aditi, and I hope that she will do well and succeed in her journey to becoming a lieutenant in the Indian Army. And also to other viewers, including our host Gitika, who has been very upright in asking very interesting questions. And she's smiling, of course. And we see that she's also trying to emulate the path of Aditi, who is likely to board the train very soon. With this, we come to the end of the episode today, and we would like all our viewers to keep watching and giving their comments as they feel like, for others to see what we can do in future for them. Thank you very much and have a good day.